everyone, welcome to our Accounting 210. In this video, we continue with chapter 8 and then we will finish all the material in the handout. We just have one small part left from the make or buy decision making on that scenario. Okay, so last time I said there is a very important concept called opportunity cost. I don't know whether you have heard this, yes or no. But how do you, if I ask you what's the opportunity cost, how do you explain the terminology to me? For me, I would say opportunity cost is the cost you lose the opportunity of doing something. So let's say, okay, I'll give you an example. I'll put it here. Let's say I'll give you an example. If I have $100, I can buy either McDonald's or Starbucks, right? So if I have $100, I can either buy McDonald's or Starbucks. But now I only have $5. I only have $5. If I buy Starbucks, then I cannot buy McDonald's. If I buy Starbucks, then I cannot buy McDonald's. So the McDonald's will be the opportunity cost of getting the Starbucks. Another example, if you take Professor Song as your accounting professor, then you cannot take other professors. So the other professors will be the opportunity cost of taking Professor Song as your accounting 210 class, right? So similarly, if you use the time to play video game, then you cannot hang out with your girlfriend or boyfriend, right? So the playing video, how to say that? The opportunity cost, how to say that? How do I do this? Okay, the opportunity cost of playing video game is you lose the time to hang out with your girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Oh, last example, let's just make fun of this. Let's say, hey, I chose this guy, Tom, as my boyfriend. Then I cannot choose all the other guys except for Tom. Then the opportunity cost of me, is by choosing Tom as my boyfriend, the opportunity cost is I give up all the opportunity of hanging out with all the other boys, right? All the other guys. So what's the meaning of opportunity cost? Is you want to get this thing, you have to give up something else. That something else is called opportunity cost. So why we have opportunity cost? Because we only have a limited time, or we only have a limited money, or we only have a limited resource. Right? Like Starbucks or McDonald's, if I have $100, then I can do both. But I only have $5, so I only have a limited money. Professor Song or other professor or video game or girlfriend, if you have unlimited time, you can play video game, you can hang out with your girlfriend. But you only have 24 hours. If you play video game, you cannot hang out with your girlfriend. If you hang out with your girlfriend, you cannot play video game. But same, I just have one body, right? It's just me. If I hang out with Tom, I cannot hang out with the other guys. So you only have a limited time, or you only have a limited money, you only have a limited resource. You want to get this, you cannot do that. So that is called opportunity cost. I put the proper definition here. It's from your textbook. So it calls the benefits. Okay, the benefits you forgone by choosing a particular course of action. Okay, so basically you choose this action, you forgone some benefits. The forgone benefit is called opportunity cost. The forgone benefit is called opportunity cost. So how do we apply this in our scenario? Remember, Sony said they can make or they can buy, right? Now the situation here is, if Sony buys the product from Shenzhen, from China, then they can lease they can lease the freed capacity to another company, and then they can get $2.5 million as the rent income. Okay, so understand this concept. Okay, understand this concept. Close your eyes, think about this with me, think about the logic. Okay, Sunny now has two choices still. Either Sunny is make or Sunny buy, right? So if Sunny make, then Sunny has to use this facility and capacity, right? If Sunny makes, then Sunny has used the facility, use the capacity. Sunny cannot rent out the space and get the 2.5 million. If Sunny make, Sunny cannot get 2.5 million. If Sunny buys the products from the supplier, then Sunny can lease out this space and get 2.5 million as the rent. You have to know you got the concept. You have to know you got the idea. Okay, now let's do the numbers. Very, very, very important. You have this in your assignment. You might have in your exam. So very, very important. When we do our decision making, we have to consider the opportunity cost. We have to consider the opportunity cost. Now go to the number. Open your eyes. Go to these numbers. Okay. Remember the variable cost we already said. If you make is 12 million. If you buy is 14 million. The fixed cost if you make is 4 million. You buy is 3.5 million, right? So before that, we already discussed you should make, right? You should make because total relevant cost is 16 million. Total relevant cost of buying is 17.5 million. Now you can rent out the facility if you buy. Okay, so now we have this thing called opportunity cost. So we have a thing called opportunity cost. I use OC, opportunity cost. Close your eyes, think about this. Okay, so if you make this product, you cannot get 2.5 million. If you buy, you can get this 2.5 million. Your textbook, the way your textbook put is we less the income if outsourced. Okay, so this is less. So this is your total cost. All this is your cost. But if you outsource, you can get your income. So this is your income you have to subtract. If you outsource, you can get the income 2.5 million. But if you make, you cannot get the rent because you have to use the facility. So if you make, you get 0. If you outsource, you get 2.5 million as income. So your net cost will be 16 million under make. Your outsource will now be offset by 2.5 million. So the net is 15 million. In that situation, we should use the outsourcing. This is your textbook example, but one way, for the multiple choice, one more time, I show you my way as the multiple choice. For the problem, I suggest you with the textbook format. But if it's multiple choice, you want to understand this scenario better. So let's look at my way. So if you make or if you buy, right? So we said the difference. We already talked about all the cost already said from the part, it said from here, I said from the above example, we said the cost now you make is 16 million, you buy is 17.5 million, and then we said at that moment we said you should make. But now we have extra cost called opportunity cost. We have extra cost as the opportunity cost. If you make, you lose the opportunity. You lose the opportunity of earning the 2.5 million. So you will have 2.5 million as the opportunity cost under make. If you make, you will lose the 2.5 million at the opportunity cost. So you will have 2.5 million under make at the opportunity cost. If you buy, you don't have any opportunity cost because you will get this 2.5 million. So in that scenario, your total relevant cost for make is 18.5 million. Your buy is 17.5 million. The difference is still 1 million, and then we should do the buy. So you can see these two methods, they generate the same conclusion is we should buy, and we have the same difference is 1 million. So if you buy, you can save 1 million. But two ways to think. Your textbook said using the offset of your income, right? So if you make, you don't get any income. If you buy, then you can rent out and get 2.5 million income, 2.5 million income. Or you can just use the opportunity cost concept. If you make, you have an extra 2.5 million as opportunity cost. If you buy, you don't have the opportunity cost. So as I say, choose one that makes more sense to you. Very, very, very important. Whichever one you understand, go with that method, and then don't switch back, right? Don't switch back. Okay, I think that's all in chapter 8. I'm not sure whether I talked too fast or I made it too simple or too short. Read your textbook and then let me know if you have any question. The concept of being relevant is the key in this chapter. As long as you know that concept, you should be able to do all the assignments. In the next video, we look at all the assignment questions, and then I see you there. Let me know if you have any question. Thank you, my students. Thank you.